Hello there, welcome back to the channel. This is a short little episode, as you can see, right before the Bayer Leverkusen match. We have got our youth intake. It's the 3rd of April. I wasn't expecting it this early in the month. We knew it was coming in April, wasn't expecting it this quickly. But yeah, I've not looked at anything yet. I am basically recording this, and then we're going to do the Leverkusen match in the next episode. So this one is just going to be a very, very short one as we look through. You may remember it was when we got the preview of it, it said it was a potential golden generation for the club. So that's why we're doing it as a special little video on its own. As always, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Check out the other series on the channel as well. The rest of this one with Kaiserslautern, of course, and An America's Adventure. Links are in the description and will pop up on the screen as well. So make sure you check those out. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click attend game. I always like to watch the youth teams and things like that. And I do as many as I can, depending on how much time I've got between videos. But like in my personal saves, I'm always watching the reserve teams and the under-19 teams and things like that. I love it. It's brilliant. And you get a real feel for the players that are coming through. So here we go. We've got every reason to be excited by Luca Flessig, who is that highlighted player at the top there. He's a right-sided player. He's already 1.5-star ability and 5-star potential. He's got the potential to be one of the most gifted players to come through the youth ranks at Kaiserslautern in recent years. Bastian Collett and Rudolf Domig are influenced apparently by Uwe Scher. They usually end up being the worst ones, don't they? When they say that, they're usually the worst ones. Youth candidates are being given trial contracts, as we know. So if we have a quick look at it before we go into them, they're arranged via potential, just the default one that they've arranged by, and it is quite good, isn't it? I mean, we've got, what, 6 there that are 3-star potential or better, and even the 2.5-star ones, they could get a little bit better than that. They may still have the ability to be squad players, potentially. Yeah, look at that. The 2 that he's influenced are the 2 worst ones. Brilliant. Or 2 of the worst ones, anyway. Right. We will arrange it in name order, and we will go through it that way. It's just easier to flick through than you know when you're back at the start. And the first couple look like they're going to be pretty good. So we've got Oliver Akteresh, who is more a... Wow, look at that tackling and teamwork. And bravery already. Oh, I like the look of this guy. He's only 5'10". Maybe not perfect for a centre-back. It's quite short, isn't it? He maybe would be better as a defensive midfielder, possibly. But then, does he really have the aggression for that role? So there's a lot of good stuff there. His work rate's not bad, but his determination's a little bit low. Probably why it's just holding him back to 3.5, I think. Fickle personality, I don't like the look of either. But he is one to keep an eye on. Let's go to Konstantin Auer, if it will register the fact that I'm actually pushing the button. What is going on? Right, it's not doing it. I'll go back out here. I don't even know who Konstantin Auer is. He's not listed in that bit, is he? Let me just have a quick look, because I don't know what is going on there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Right, we've got Mario Becker. Ooh. Wow. Look at this guy. Gee, I mean, he's 16 years of age. He almost looks first team ready already. I mean, the physicals we could do, I mean, I think that's what we'll do is with training. But look at that bravery again. Determination of 15. Love that. His vision, his work rate. He's got everything there to be, for me, the deep line playmaker. One of the roles that we do play, obviously. As I say, would need his physicals bringing up a little bit. But then didn't hurt Xavi, Iniesta, Modric, players like that, does it? It doesn't hurt to be short and not particularly strong if you've got the balance. So the balance definitely needs to go up in the agility, maybe. Decisions are good at 16. He's got good amount of flair. His first touch is really good. His passing's amazing at 11 for a 16-year-old. I am very excited about that. Why is he only 4-star potential? Guy looks like he could be absolute class for us. Terje Bergersen is a Norwegian attacking midfielder. It's highlighted the winger role for him. He's only 2-star potential, so I'm not massively excited about this guy. He doesn't look like he's going to amount to anything really, does he? Sorry, it's harsh to say about a 16-year-old, isn't it? But it is what it is. Nicholas Borovka, 2.5 star potential right back. Again, not really an awful lot there to work with, I don't think. Konstantin Berkel is a he's a right-footed left winger, which isn't something I'm using in this save. And again, 2.5 star potential doesn't really fill me with joy. Bastian Collett, this is one of the ones that was influenced by our head of youth development. I'm a little bit more optimistic. He's only 2-star potential, but I'm a little bit more optimistic about him than I am the past couple. He's got a little bit of pace about him. Natural fitness is excellent, so those physicals should really go up massively. So it would be a case of working on the technical side of things, I think, there, and maybe the mentoring to get the mentals up. I do just wonder if 2-star potential's a little bit harsh, to be honest. And this is the other guy that our head of youth development had an influence on, Rudolf Domig, centre-back. Tackling is phenomenal. Balance is really good as well. But at 5'9", I think we'd have to retrain him as a midfielder. I mean, 5'9" and 5'10", they're awfully short for the centre-backs that we have got through. So I think both of the promising-looking centre-backs are going to have to be retrained as midfielders, to be brutally honest. Luca Fleissig, this guy was the one that was rated at 5-star potential, wasn't he? He is a right-back by trade who plays as a wing-back, which is exactly what we use. And he looks solid. His bravery is fantastic. He's got good free kicks, which is interesting. His stamina is excellent, but his natural fitness is rubbish. So he's brave. And he can run for miles. Not very fast, but he can run for miles. But he's unambitious. He's got no determination. Why is he 5-star potential? I mean, if you see something there to suggest why he's 5-star potential, then please jump in the comments and let me know. Luca Fleissig. Because I'm not really seeing the 5-star there. I think we've had better looking players that are far harsher rated. Marco Francic is the next one up. Goalkeeper, 3.5-star potential. Solid, plenty of blue numbers in there. I don't know if I changed that. I don't know if that's default. But you've got red as the really bad ones, blue as the meh, yellow as the decent ones, and then green as the really good attributes. I can't remember if I changed that or if that's just how it is in the game. Can move on from him again. Jürgen Hüttner. He is a defensive winger by trade, which, to be fair, in that back three formation that we have occasionally used, that is a role that we do use. And I like the look of this guy. He's got some pace. He's slow off the mark, but he's got some pace. He's got no strength and no stamina, but he's got natural fitness. So you might see those physicals go up again. He's got phenomenal aggression, which is a good thing. I like an aggressive player. Again, might be better suited to being a midfielder. Not sure. Christian Langer. He is a left-footed left winger, which is something I like the look of. 2.5-star potential. Again, great bravery, decent determination, good work rate as well. Quick off the mark. So he's more of a sprinter, which is not a bad thing for a winger, to be fair. You want the explosivity rather than, your wing back, you want to be able to get up and down. So you want acceleration and pace because you want him to sustain it. But for a winger, it's kind of that explosive burst to get past the fullback, isn't it? And get to the byline and get the crossing. So I'm not too fussed with that. I mean, the pace isn't terrible at 11. The thing that worries me there is the natural fitness. It means that they're unlikely to go up much, really. Crossing's not great, but again, you would work on things like that. He doesn't look terrible. He's one of those that might play for the second team and maybe squeeze into the squad at some point. Probably not if we stay in the if we get to the Bundesliga and if we stay there. Stephen Leithman is the next one up. 15-year-old German left back. Great natural fitness. Good decisions, good aggression, good work rate. Not really an awful lot else there. 3-star potential, I can see it. But he hasn't got the determination, I don't think. That could be a bit of an issue. Marco Erskine is a goalkeeper who is just one of those bizarre ones that they put in that isn't a real new gen. Danilo Sabinovic, right-footed right winger, 2.5-star potential, 15-year-old. Yeah, there's something there. Teamwork, determination's good, balance is good, which is essential for a winger. If you're twisting and turning and trying to get past a man, you need the decent balance. The natural fitness is all right. It's above average, so we're probably going to see an increase in those physicals. The technicals were going to take a lot of work if we're going to realise that 2.5-star potential. Here we have Jurgen Thielmann. Bit of a jack of all trades, and this is going to be an interesting one. It does look like winger might be the obvious option. He hasn't really got any technical attributes for that centre midfield role, where apparently he is a natural. Not looking at those attributes, he isn't. I would probably look to play him as a winger. I think you've got more chance of realising that modest ability as a winger. There are more of the attributes already in place for that, I think. Is that it? How many more have we got to go? We've got Sinisa Vodopivec, who is German, 15-year-old centre-back, 2.5-star potential. There's a bit of a basis there, I think. All the attributes that are highlighted pretty much are either blue or yellow. I mean, we've got a few little reds in there, but we've got some good natural fitness, which is massive again. Balance is good again if you're fighting against a centre forward and he's trying to twist and turn, or you're in the penalty area and you're trying to defend a corner. You need the balance and the agility to hold your own in the penalty area in a physical battle. So he's got a bit of that. That's looking pretty good. His position is already decent at 10 for 15-year-old. Again, though, the determination is really, really poor. But we've got a fairly decent determination here on Jurgen Vogel, George Bird. Defensive midfielder by trade. Bit of an opportunity to move him, because I don't play with the DM. So a bit of an option to either move him back or forward. And I would suggest possibly forward based on the height. 5'11". Again, not great, but teamwork is incredible. Work rate and determination are really, really good. And his passing's all right. So I think there's a centre midfielder in there, to be honest. And that's probably what we'd look to get out of him. Decent potential ability as well, which is decent. And we are back to the start. This guy's one of the better ones, but again, I think we're going to have to move him up into midfield. I don't know if 5'10" is good enough. I don't know if it's tall enough to be a centre back, but yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. There's definitely some potential in there. I'm not sure quite why Luca Fleissig is rated as highly as he is, but there are definitely some decent young players in there, and I'm looking forward to watching that game against the under-19s, and I'm looking forward to seeing how some of these develop. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Let me know if you've had any sensational youth intakes. I will just show you, actually, before I sign this one off, we can have this screen up. We'll have the facilities up just so you can see what we are working with here. We haven't done anything yet, really, to the facilities at the club because there's no money. So at the minute, we do have good youth facilities, great training facilities. In terms of youth recruitment, it's adequate. So I mean, that's not a bad intake for adequate recruitment and adequate academy coaching. It's not that bad, really. I mean, if you think we could get those improved over the coming seasons, we could get some real gems. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this one, guys. The next episode should be out the day after this one, otherwise known as tomorrow, and it will be that massive game against Bayer Leverkusen. I think we may have a couple of transfers to bring up to speed on, and obviously the games to catch up on since the last match. So yeah, join me for that. As always, smash the like button, as I said earlier, hit subscribe, turn on the notifications, jump in the comments, jump in the description for the other series on the channel, The America's Adventure, and my Twitter and Instagram. And I will see you very, very soon for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.